Am I the a-hole for making rules that my daughter must follow in order to move back in? I have a 23-year-old daughter that I do not get along well with. I paid for her education and she dropped out her second year and was just pocketing the money I was sending her for school. She was partying hard in that time and went into stripping to make more cash. I stopped sending her money when I learned and she went no contact with me. I got a call from her asking if she can move back in and I told her on these conditions. She needs to start paying me back for college. She needs to have a respectable job, so anything but being a stripper. She will need to clean and keep her areas clean. She can't bring people over, there are still young kids in the home. I don't trust her friends. We have a dry house so no alcohol at all. No drugs of any kind, I don't care that weed is legal in my state. Finally, I will not support anyone else, so no BF or friends getting any of my money that I give her to fix her life. This resulted in a huge argument and she thinks I am being a petty jerk for the rules. I am getting calls I need to step up to help my kid. Am I the a-hole for banning my sister and her boyfriend from my wedding? So my fiancé and I are getting married in December. My sister's boyfriend started asking if he could propose to my sister at my wedding. I obviously said no, because that's our day only. He can propose the day after my wedding, but not on my wedding. But he asked me again, and again. I said no every time. The 50th time when he asked me I said, not only can't he propose at my wedding, but he can't even come to my wedding. Then my sister started to fight over this. She knew her boyfriend wanted to propose to her at my wedding. I said to her, that's gonna be my day and my fiancé's only. She started to call me names because I banned her boyfriend from my wedding. She said that if I'm not gonna let him propose to her then she's gonna ruin my wedding dress. She even said that she's gonna sneak her boyfriend in because she wanted to all the family members be present on her proposal. I said that's fine, she's also banned from my wedding now. A few days later some family members called me to say I'm a heartless person, because I broke my sister's heart. They said she cried because she wanted to be on my wedding, she wanted to see her little sister getting married. They also said that I should have just accepted her wish and let her boyfriend propose at my wedding. So something about my sister. She is the golden child. She wasn't in a death-near situation at all, she just has a food allergy, so she gets what she wants. Also she is the smartest kid in our family, so my family was obsessed with her. I have odd, but my family just tells me I'm lazy, and a drama queen. Always my sister got the goods, and I got screaming at. I was the a-hole in my family's eyes when my sister screamed at me for eating a food I didn't know she wanted. Because I could know she wants that food, she was out of town for a full week. It's always been that way, she stole my clothes, threw things at me, ruined my things, screamed at me, and she always got away with this. The family adores her, so I just wanted that one day for myself. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom she was wrong to leave me during my labor? I'm a 23-year-old female, and I recently gave birth to a baby boy. My relationship with his father wasn't exactly a healthy one, and so it was mutually decided that he wouldn't take a personal role in raising his baby. Instead, I'd raise him with my mom and dad, 58F and 60M. My parents had never approved of the relationship and certainly didn't like my boyfriend. Despite that, upon learning about my pregnancy they were absolutely amazing and provided me with a lot of support. Naturally I asked my mom if she would be my birthing partner, and she happily accepted. As the months went on however, my mom started becoming distant with me. She was still wonderful and helped me so much with things like setting up a nursery in a spare room, rubbing my back when it ached and providing advice, but something seemed colder about her. Upon asking my dad he told me I was being silly and that mom was fine. One night I came downstairs only to see mom crying on the sofa and clutching one of the soft toys we'd bought for my baby. She saw me and yelled at me to go upstairs and leave her be. She expressed that she still wanted to be my birthing partner the next day and I perhaps stupidly glossed over it. Soon enough the day came that I went into labor. I was concerned about mom's behavior but I wanted her with me, and she came into the delivery room. Maybe an hour into my labor, my mom said she felt stifled and needed to get some air. She was gone for over an hour and one of the nurses went to try and find her, but couldn't. I rang her and told her she was wrong to have left me, and she screamed at me that my labor was my problem, not hers. I hung up and basically spent the rest of my labor in tears. My dad came as fast as he could from work and was furious at my mom. Some extended family members are now saying that I was cruel to my mom for expecting her to be there for the whole birth, and they agreed with her that I shouldn't expect her to fix my problem. I didn't agree but now I'm feeling guilty. Did I expect too much of my mom? Am I the a-hole for refusing to resign at least weeks before leaving my pregnant sister homeless? I, 23F, have an Irish twin, 24F. We've been living together for 2 years. She is a single mom of a toddler. When we first moved in together the apartment was only in her name and she let me live with her. I was finishing dental assisting school and couldn't qualify for an apartment on my own. I still paid half the rent and utilities. After graduating and getting a job I became an official added roommate to the lease last year. I make a lot of money for my age, so when my sister was struggling to pay her half of the rent when her job cut her hours significantly, it was a no-brainer to start paying more. I could easily afford all the rent, so covering another 25% is nothing. Plus I love her in my knees. My sister has no help whatsoever from the father, so I help her as much as I can. He works under the table so he doesn't get his wages garnished for child support. I have watched her struggle to afford daycare and food for her baby, so I also help her with that. 2 days ago my sister sits me down and tells me she has news. She's pregnant. My jaw dropped. I ask who the dad is and she starts crying. I didn't expect her to say her deadbeat baby daddy. I was shocked and she continued on her explanation. She saw a girl commenting under his posts and she went on her page and saw they had taken pictures at the same place at the same time. The girl also posted him for his birthday weeks later saying happy birthday to my fiancé. She messaged her letting her know he's a deadbeat and got blocked. Then her baby daddy called her saying she's a crazy bitch, and that led to them getting a hotel room and they slept with each other. All to prove some point to his fiancé that Hess not loyal and she can have him whenever she wants because she sent her proof after they slept together, but the fiancé stayed with him. As she's telling me this story I just sit there upset. I started asking her if she went to the doctor and how far along is she. She said she did stop by PP and got a scan. She's 9 weeks. We live in a blue state so abortion is legal here. I told my sister that I wasn't going to be resigning the lease unless she got an abortion. She looked at me with so much disgust and started crying harder. She called me an evil bitch and said I'm a horrible person for making her choose between her baby or having housing. I told her with her hours now she can't afford even half the rent, let alone the daycare she splits between me, our dad, and aunt, so to understand the position she's putting me in since the responsibility is falling on me. She told our family and they're pissed, saying I'm being heartless to even ask her that and that I shouldn't punish her and if I should sign at least 6 months so she can get her shit together since 5 weeks isn't a lot of time. Am I the a-hole for refusing to stay somewhere else so my mom can have sex? It's my 19th birthday on Saturday and I planned to go out drinking and come home to sleep after I was done. My mom, 43F, came into my room the other day asking me if I want to go and stay somewhere on that Saturday night so she can have her man over to do the deed. I was obviously upset by this and told her I planned on coming home as I wanted to sleep in my own bed. She then persisted that I go and stay with a friend because she didn't want to have to go out to do whatever. My twin siblings would also be out the house, they are 5 and staying with my grandparents. I said it is not my problem that she wants someone to stay over and I will be coming home to sleep. She then told me that she would be loud and make sure to wake me up to hear and made it clear she did not want me home. This could have been a joke, but either way that is not normal to say that to your child, right? For context, I have been hearing my mom have sex with her boyfriends at the time since I was around 10 years old and I had complained multiple times at hearing this. I obviously don't want to come home and hear my mom having sex, but I also want to sleep at home as it is my bed and I too live there. We've been going back and forth on this and now I'm going to stay somewhere else, but I still feel like she is in the wrong for asking me to leave in the first place. I'd quit to think I understand where she is coming from, but still,